Shegun Star Child. Black Egyptians. How much money do you need to go back to Africa? That's the question, guys. How do I say this? Out here in a diaspora, the typical question that we talk about is going back to Africa, going back to live. What's your plans? Rare. Now, I've been going back to Africa for years now. Like what? Good 4 or 5 years. I've been Kenya, Ghana, Nigeria, Gambia, and I'm trying to go back now, like for good. So I'm not out here telling everyone, yeah, I'm going back, but once in a while I might tell someone, family, that yeah, I'm like literally next month when the whole world hopefully gets open to its borders, I'm out, I'm gone. So I tell certain people who are close to me and how much money I've got. So I'm not going to tell you, but it's kind of personal, but it is what it is. And they've all said to me, it's not enough. So let's examine that. People have this idea that you need all this money. Oh shit. People think that you need £50,000 to go back to live in Africa. People think you need, like, how much? That's the question, so let's deal with it. How much money? If you're going to go back, good. I mean, you might come back on holiday, this and that. Let's just say you want to go back to Africa and live wherever you want. Ghana, Kenya, Mozambique, like South Africa, wherever the fuck you want to go. How much money do you need to go back? 10 grand? Like, let's place our bets. Like in the comments, just let me know how much you think you need to go and never come back and be comfortable and do what you need to do. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50. Let me not go forget 45. 50, 65, 100,000, 200,000, million. How much money do you need to go back to Africa? Look, let me show you something. Now, I'm not even trying to boast, yeah, but I'm a multipreneur, right? So I got several businesses, right? I'm making money. So I got businesses. I got 3 businesses at the moment. One is literally brand new, and the other 2 are there. One's popping, one's kind of slow, but one's popping. So when people have this idea about going back to live in Africa, all people think is you're going to go back to Africa and get a job. What the fuck is wrong with y'all niggas? Look, let me tell you something. When the Chinese go back to Africa, they're not going to go apply for a job. When the Chinese go back to Africa, they're setting up mines. They're setting up Chinese restaurants and turning you away and saying you can't eat in our restaurants in Africa. I'm not making this up, bruv. People think you need all this money. Okay, let me ask you a question. If you think you need, let's say you think you need £30,000 to go live in Africa, comfortable, never come back. Have you got £30,000 right now? Some of you never had £30,000 in your life. So now you want to go back to Africa, you're suddenly going to get £30,000 and a snap of a fingers like you're fucking Thanos and go back to Africa? Come on, bruv. Let me give you a word of advice. Let me give you some wisdom here. The old world is gone. There is no, oh, I need no money. I need this, I need that. Mate, if you got that calling, if you got that spiritual calling, if you got that insight, if your heart and your mind are telling you to go back to Africa, I'm here to tell you to go back home. Listen, I was in Nigeria and Gambia, January just gone, right? The thing about me is, I work as a contractor, so I'm not employed like every single day. I do contracts, a couple months here and there, and then enjoy myself for a bit, and then get a new contract. That's just how I live. Even before contracting, I just seemed to maybe couldn't really get jobs, so I just had to fall back and do my own thing. The old world is gone. Whatever you have at the moment, whatever you have, as long as you got enough for a fucking plane ticket and money for at least 1 month's rent, you can go back. I'll just cut straight to the point. You need a minimum of £5,000. If you're in the UK, £5,000. If you're in America, $5,000. Think of it. You're going back with the added weight of your currency. The UK carries pounds. The US carries dollars. That's weight. You're going back to Africa and changing it for naira, for dalasi, for cedis. Come on, man. On the currency alone, you're going to be balling. You're going to be higher than other people just in the currency alone. But yet certain people are shook about going back because they don't have all this money. I was in Nigeria and Gambia in January. I literally left on the 31st and came back on the 16th. While most of you motherfuckers went back to work on the 3rd or 5th, I think, I was enjoying myself in fucking Gambia, bruv, and Nigeria, right? I was at a wedding. I was at my cousin's wedding in Niger. And me being the explorer, traveller that I am, I told everyone, yeah, boom, I'm going back to Gambia like today, this evening. I'm going back. So like, look, I need to get to the house, get my stuff, kick out to the airport. In the middle of, not a wedding, but one of the church ceremonies or introductions at their houses, right? I left. I had to literally kick back, get my flat, get my shit, and leave. Even before that, I was telling certain people that I was going to go to Nigeria and Gambia. Do you know what they asked me? Shagun, what are you going to do in Gambia? Listen, what are you going to do in London? What are you going to do in Atlanta? What are you going to do in Birmingham? What are you going to do anywhere? You're going to live. People ask me, what are you going to do? What are you going to do in Ghana? What are you going to do in Kenya? You're going to live your life. What do you think you're going to do? People think that going back to Africa, you need some kind of Illuminati type plan, like you're going to rule the world for like 1,000 years. I'm like, come on, people. What the fuck is wrong with y'all niggas? Listen, Akon said it. Whatever you're doing in the UK, take your skills and do it at home. I do IT. I do writing. Right? And I got a fitness company. Right? I'm going to do it when I go to Africa. I'm going to do my IT. I'm going to do my writing. Maybe do fitness here and there. Or get someone to work for me when I'm in Africa. Like, you don't need some kind of big mastermind plan where I'm going to go and I'm going to build 10 houses. And like, look, whatever your plan is, your plan is. You can do whatever the fuck you want. But my issue is really with people acting like you need this, your mastermind, that you're going to take over the world. Like it's fucking money heist or something. So you're trying to do a money heist on niggas? Come on, man. What the fuck is wrong with your niggas? You want some perfect plan like you're going to go and do, set up this 6G tower. I don't even know, man. So it kind of pisses me off when people say, what are you going to do in Kenya? What are you going to do in Ghana? What are you going to do in Nigeria? Mate, you're going to live your fucking life. That's what you're going to do, man. You're just going to live your life. Listen, when you're on the ground, you can plan as much as you want, bruv. When you're on the ground in, even, let's just say, let me just bring Caribbean into this situation. You can go Jamaica, St. Lucia, Guyana. Shout out to my Caribbean niggas. Like, you can go wherever the fuck you want. In Africa or the Caribbean, right? You can be there. You got your family, you're on the ground. Certain opportunities are going to be there for you. When you're on the ground, you're going to walk past a certain building and see that they've got a job opening, or the building is for sale, or you're going to see a little advertised in the window where you can do something. Listen, we're in a different world now. The old world is gone. I keep telling you that. Listen, when I'm in Africa, when I'm in Nigeria, do you know what they say to me? Do you know what my family say to me? Shogun, what do you want to eat? You know what I tell them? I'm fasting. I'm not even eating. I'm not like the rest of your niggas. Like, it's not every day. Yamming food. Sugar, what do you want to eat? Yam, scrambled egg, jollof rice, fried rice, egusi, ewedu. Bruv, I'm not eating. I'm just chilling. And because my family know I'm going back to my mum and my dad, they want to obviously do their bit. So like, yeah, Sugar will stay with us. and we fed him and took care of him. So I get that they want to do that. That's the kind of life you enjoy. People just out here making you food, bruv. You can sit in Africa and get fat if you want, if you really want to. I'm not eating, bruv, not today. Right, so let's just show you, man. There's certain people that will just make good, fresh food. Like, my niggas in Caribbean are fucking eating mango trees, bruv, and they ain't going Tesco, bruv. And you'll be out here going fucking buying bananas and fruit that's got pesticides and all this shit in it. Come on, man. Go to Nigeria, see green banana, bruv. Green banana. You know what I mean? Like, we don't play that shit, bruv. Let me ask you a question. Let me just throw it back on you right now. Okay, I'm in London. We've been on lockdown since March 23rd. Yeah? How many of you have made minimum £100 or $100 wherever you are? How many of you have made £100 since lockdown, wherever we're in the world in March? From March, April, May, June, when the end of June I'm coming into July, pretty much 4 months. A quarter. Yeah? 4, 8, 12, that's a quarter, quarterly. How many of you made £100? That's outside of your main job, if you have the luxury of still working, or even if you were furloughed, or that's not out of, like, I don't know, basic, well, you're not even going to get basic bank charges. How many have made £100 that's not been furloughed, that's not from a main employment, that's just from your own hustle, your own business? How many have made that? Alright, cool. You know the answer to the question. I can't answer that question for you. I can answer the question for myself, and I know that I've made certain money outside of my work. But that's for you to answer. For those of you who have, great. Keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on expanding. Keep on reaching out. Keep on learning. Keep on trading. For those of you who haven't, I'm not here to cuss you. I'm not here to fuck with you. But that's because you're a wage slave. You don't know how to make money other than your job. Certain people think you're going to go out to Africa and get a job. I'm like, come on, bruv. But we live in a digital world. We've been on lockdown since fucking March 23rd, bruv. Right? If certain of you niggas haven't had the gift of fortitude, the foresight to have a business before lockdown, you better start this shit now. Find your skill, find your trade, and do it, bruv. Listen, niggas are out here making money on YouTube, bruv. Serious amounts of money, bruv. 18 million views, crazy amount of subscribers. People are making money just on YouTube. And I ain't even on the YouTube game like that. I'm not really on it like that. We're in a digital world. The old world is gone. All this going to work. Listen, I was working in Basingstoke. Listen, I live in Croydon. Real talk, I live in Croydon. I was coming to Basingstoke every day, but I'm putting work. Now, I've had the luxury of working at home. You think I'm going back to work? You think I'm going back? I mean, I don't even have that same job at Basingstoke anymore. But you think I'm going to start getting a train to what? Central London and working, or Basingstoke or Essex or whatever the fuck there's job? But I'm working at home, bruv. Give me a computer, give me a VPN, I'm chilling. I can see my family when I want, I can eat my own lunch, I can go gym when the gym's open, I can do my own thing. Listen, Africa is the place to be. For all you people that have that spiritual calling in your heart and your mind to go back, listen, if you don't go back now, you probably never will. We don't know what's going to happen. How many of you thought back in 2019, 2020 is going to be like this? No one knew a thing. Apart from if you're fucking Illuminati. Apart from if you were Illuminati. If you don't go back now, I'm telling you, I've already read in several places, lockdown is going to be intermittent till 2020. Sorry, till 2022. I've read that in several places. They're planning on doing lockdown, easing it up, putting it back on, easing it up, putting it back on, for a minimum of 2 years, bruv. So look, watch YouTube videos. They're telling us quarantine is going to be on for 2 years minimum. So you motherfuckers think that, oh yeah, things are easing up now, and you can go shop at Primark, and you can go shop at H&M, that, bruv, the world has changed. If you don't go back to Africa now, mate, good luck. by the grace of God, I would actually get to where I want to be in Africa. But I don't even want to be back in Africa looking at London, seeing some fucking race riots, EDL coming out to fucking protect our statues, people getting killed in America when they're going out for a jog. Like, bruv, you're my brothers, I want to sympathise with you, but fuck it. I'm going to be like, listen, I told you to get the fuck out. Now listen, Pastor Dowell, shout out to Pastor Dowell, he made some good points. He's got a video talking about how and when people should go back to Africa. He made some fucking good points. One of the things he said, that if you go back to Africa, get a gun. Listen, Nigeria maybe. I've been to Niger. I'm from Niger, yeah? And I'm telling you, security out there is real, right? Ghana, Gambia, even Kenya, you don't really have to worry about that shit. You don't really have to worry about security too tough when you're in Africa. I ain't been to every single African country, but from what I've been to, Ghana, pretty much safe. Gambia, pretty much safe. Kenya, pretty much safe. Nigeria's the only place where you have to kind of worry about. Do you know what I mean? Where you kind of need, okay, look, man's going out here strapped. Real talk. I've been stopped by police in Nigeria asking for money, bruv. Look, people go parties in Nigeria and get stopped by the police and police take their drinks. They even take their cups. We're not playing games out here. It's not funny. Pastor Dara was talking about telling people to go back to Thailand. Bruv, we're not Asian. We belong in Africa. Telling people to go back to Thailand, bruv, allow it, man. He made a lot of good points in the video, and look, he was coming from the point where he's not even trying to, he said he's not trying to tell you. He ain't trying to stop you from going, he's just letting you know, boy, when you go, it's a different kind of life, you got to be ready. You can live in a house with heat, and you don't have air conditioning, you're not going to be ready, bruv. There's some other points I wanted to make. Even if you just have £5,000, how much money do you need to go back to Africa? It depends. Look, if I go back to Niger, I'm staying with my family. If I can go back to Niger and renting an apartment or buying a house, well, yeah, I'm looking to buy a house at some point, but not necessarily in Niger. I'll be looking to go back to Kenya. If you go back to Africa, and for those of us who are lucky to have family back home where we know we're from, we're not African Americans just going back for the first time, or Caribbean people going back for the first time, we know where we're from. We have family back on the ground. Stay with your family. You don't need all this money. Well, you get to the airport, my family picking me up. How much money do you need to go back to Africa? Listen. Ghana is, if not one of the most expensive countries to live in Africa. If you go back to Ghana, you might need more money than you do in Tanzania. If you're going back to Nigeria, you might need more money than you do in Congo. How much money do you need in Africa? It depends. It depends on your skill set, what you're looking to do out there, how long you're looking to stay out there. It really, really depends. But for people to think you need all this money, it's ridiculous, bruv. Look, Jack Ma, founder of Alibaba, he pitched his idea of Alibaba to, let's say, 12 people. I don't know how many specifically it was. Only one person told him, look, do it, fuck it. If it doesn't work, you can always come back. Everyone else was like, no, it's too risky. They start giving excuses, giving bare excuses. Look, there's only two people in the world. Two people in the world. I'm not even swearing at you right now. Doers and non-doers. It's either you're going to make excuses, or you need £50,000, you need £100,000, you need this, you need that. You can make excuses all you want. What if people are going to go with £100? What the fuck is behind me? You can go back with £100, you can go back with £5,000 minimum and start up something. Two people in the world, which one are you? Are you a doer or a talker? I don't even mean non-doer, that sounds whack. You a doer or a talker? Look, we want to talk about money. We want to talk about going back to Africa for a certain amount of money to live comfortable, right? Let's talk about millionaire status. Let's talk about the real shit. Let's talk about big money. Not little crumbs, £5,000, 10 grand, 50 grand. Let's talk about real money. Millionaires out here, bruv. In terms of being a millionaire, there's only three ways, really. Are you a saver, a virtuoso, or a dreamer? Which one are you? Virtuoso, it really depends. A dreamer, and a saver. Which one are you? Listen, go look it up. Dream out, think to fucking big event. Shout out to Juliet Ryan, Black make it happen. Big things in the game. Have his money. My next video, one of these videos, you're gonna see me and her save bare money, save bread with that sister. I need to break bread with her. Might invest like we're gonna chuck it up there to accumulate more savings. She's doing big things in the game, and I got shit to bring to the table. Virtuoso to bring to the table. So shout out to Juliet Ryan, Black it, man. She's accountant, top of the game. IT, top of the game. I forget the top of the game. Let me be real. Save up, make investment. Save up, make investment. Peng things. That's people, bruv. So sexy. When we talk about how much money you use in Africa, it depends on who you are. Like, and you know, I don't want the feminists out there to get gassed like, oh, they're calling us bitches. Look. You know my queens. You know my wives. Yeah. So I just got to be real with you. Like, Africa's the place to be. Africa is social. You can actually socialize with people. You can actually meet people. You can actually enjoy the company of people. Like, we're in London right now, you can't even have a party, bruv. Like, you can, pretending it was a week ago. It was literally 2 weeks ago when they said, oh, you can have a support bubble. You can sleep over at someone else's house for the first time. You can have a support bubble and then you can meet up with people, 6 people in your house. Woo! Whoopity-doo now. Come on, bruv. What the fuck kind of bullshit is that? People right now are having parks in fucking Clapham, Brixton. They're having just illegal parties in like, come on, bruv. I seen a video the other day of people in Ghana just living it up, bruv. You don't give a fuck. You think the social distancing. Oh yeah, we're gonna stop the rule from 2 meters to 1 meter. Whoopee! This ain't life, bruv. If you want to stay in London, cool. But don't start telling people you need all this money to go back to Africa. You haven't got that money yourself. You never had it before in your life. Now you suddenly want to get all this money to go back to Africa? Come on, man. The borders are pretty much opening slowly but surely. By mid-July, you're going to be able to fly out. And let me be real with you. I'm going to say this, yeah? There will be a small window of opportunity. We're talking mid-July until maybe, no one knows, right? I would hazard a guess as to maybe October, November time. If I had to place a bet, if I was a betting man, I'd say that's when they'll fucking put another quarantine on. I might be wrong, but who knows? Like I said, they've been talking about lockdown going on for stagnantly until 2022. They've been talking about a second wave. The vaccine's going to come out sometime later on this year. And if the so-called coronavirus, which I don't fucking believe in, is really a flu-type virus, then boy, it's going to probably come back in October and winter time. So where the fuck are you going to go then? If you want to go back to Africa, right, mate, come back home, man. You don't need that much money. Even if you know one person, ask them nicely if you can stay with them. Get on the ground, do your thing, everyone club together. Like, listen, I'll take you lot down here if you want. Holler at me if I know you. Like, if I holler at me, I'll put you in touch with certain people. I'll tell you where to go, give you advice. Go back to Africa, man. It's time for us really to come together. Black City are doing big things, man. There's people, look, you're not worrying about flights. There's people who are driving. There's people who drove from London to Gambia, bruv. Real talk. You don't even need a flight. You need a fucking van with your stuff and drive to Gambia. We need to come together, people. Right? We need to come out. England is racist. America is racist. It's not where we're meant to be. This is not our home, bruv. You understand? If you got that feeling to go back, I beg you go back. Because listen, out here, it's going to be the same shit. People are getting killed in America. There's a fucking pandemic, bruv. People are getting killed. Yeah? There's still racism. Like, come on, mate. We're tired of that shit. Go back now. There's certainly a window of time to go back. If you don't go back now, mate, you never will. I got people who here were stranded in London. Even me, I was supposed to go back in April. I was supposed to go back in April. I got stranded. I know several people who were only meant to come here for a couple of weeks, enjoy themselves and get back. They're stuck here, bruv. Come back from March, April, May, June, July. That's nearly 6 months of the year. That's out your plan. It's out your hands. You couldn't do nothing about it. Mate, I'm telling you, there's probably going to be a second wave. There's probably going to bring back lockdown. So if you're still stuck here, boy, good luck. But I'm telling you, man, go back now. You don't need much money. Get yourself. Let me give you advice now. Alright? You don't need all this money. Even if you have £100, you can set up a business with £100 that can make £1,000. The £1,000 can make £10,000. The £10,000 can make £100,000. Build. How many of you are builders? Yeah? You can just get yourself a skill. You got all this time. Most of you probably aren't working. You got all this time at home. Learn a skill, web design, photography, writing. Even if it's a basic admin work, you can go on freelance, Upwork. You can go on Upwork, Fiverr, what's the other one? People per hour. Sell your services. Make money online, bruv. Like, you don't need to be going out here working. You know, there's gonna be a recession. Like, listen, I'm glad I mentioned this now. People have been out of work. The world has been out of work. Shut down, locked down, quarantining for a good 4 to 5 months. We will be lucky if there isn't a fucking recession, bro. We will be lucky. How can the whole world be on lockdown where 80 to 90% of the population aren't working, and then suddenly you're gonna, and on top of that, the governments have thrown in, Britain threw £330 billion into the economy just to get shit moving. And then after that, probably even more. The whole country, the whole world has been on lockdown. Mate, we will be extremely lucky not to end up in a recession, bruv. So, you lot worrying about money, there is no money. There is no money because you can't get a job. So, if you only have, let's say, £5 and you think you need £50,000, how are you going to get to £45,000 when you can't get a job and the whole country's locked down? You can't. You got to go back now. Listen, if you want to make jollof rice, yeah? I'm Nigerian jollof is that. If you want to make jollof rice, you got your onion, you got your tomato, you got your bell peppers, you got your garlic, you got your rice. The only thing you haven't have is a Scotch bonnet. Are you telling me you're not going to make jollof rice, but you don't have a Scotch bonnet? It's 10 o'clock, shops are closed, you can't really bother to go out and shop and buy a Scotch bonnet anyway. Just gonna make jollof rice. You got your fish, you got your chicken, you got your plantain, maybe a little salad. Make your rice a bit easy, bruv. You're telling me you're not gonna have a jollof rice because you ain't got a Scotch bonnet. Listen, life, a big lesson you need to learn is, in life, sometimes you gotta go with the flow. Take what you got and make the best out of it, man. If you ain't got a Scotch bonnet, fuck it, you can still make jollof rice, bruv. If you got £5,000, you can still make yourself out there, man. So, two last words. I'll see you back in Africa. And number 2, money's not real. I hope you know what I mean. I'll type Razé, all my beautiful girls in Africa. Shall be with you soon. Peace out. Black Egyptians.